You may not remember my name, but I know you know the face. You know the face. You may not remember my name, but I know you know the face. You know the face.
If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? Dr. Nayak, of course.
Any doubt?
If you could say one thing to your crush, what would it be? Probably I might just remain speechless.
What would you do if you could be invisible for one whole day? That's a good question though. What would I do if I could be invisible? Like no answers for this.
2 hours later.
I would do what any normal guy would do and thief stuff like food. Do you think that year one dance pass should have one fun day? Of course! No it should. I can't be doing that kind of shit. No, I believe that the Jungle Fever was the best dance and they deserve to win. That's all it.
Why you always lying?
If you could say one thing to your crush, what would it be? Well, apparently she's in the room right now and she in the auction, so I would just say, you know, baby, as the one, you not to look anywhere, right here. Buy him for the auction.
If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? I have to think about this one. Probably one of my DVS lecturers. Probably Ravi Teja. If you only have $20, would you buy a real deal or 20 plenty? 20 plenty. I mean plenty for 20. Well, obviously a plenty for 20. Not really a much of a KFC fan. Your proudest moment? I guess my proudest moment is when I got into dentistry. Like, all my life I really wanted to be a dentist, and to actually reach that moment and get accepted was really nice.
Would you date your best friend's ex? Of course not. Like, that's my best friend. However, if she's not my best friend, then, you know, maybe it might go through. If you had to break up a couple to GT with one of them, would you? No. Who does do them things? If you had to disappear for a day, where's the first place you would go? I had to disappear for a day. Where does disappear and go? I can't go America because Trump, but I don't know, maybe like Italy or something. Do you think year one dance pass should have one fun day? Of course, I was in it, duh. Okay. If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? Well, who's that one nice lecturer, boy? Well, he's not a lecturer, but he's nice. Our director, the dental director, William Smith.
If you could say one thing to your crush, what would it be? I mean, I would probably be honest. If they had nice eyes, I'd probably tell them they had nice eyes.
Yeah, it'd be simple, you know? If she's nice, compliment her. Yeah. Be honest.
Ooh, do you consider whining cheating? I haven't really properly whined, if I'm honest. So, I would say no, but...
Yeah, I'd say no, it's just a little wine. Everybody had to get a little something, something. If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? Maybe Davis. She's real smart.
Man, that was my answer. I mean, if Davis is taken, then I'd probably say Yomi, to be honest. Most embarrassing moments. I mean, future most embarrassing moments probably gonna be this auction, but I don't know. Really.
Other than peeing myself in standard 3, nothing really. At times. What is your proudest moment? Probably winning a scholarship and getting into med school.
If I'm honest, it's probably when I became a big brother. I would say.
If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? Dr. Yusuf. Cause he's nice. Yeah, I like Dr. Yusuf. He's cute. Do you think Year 1 Dance Bash should have won Fun Day? Definitely! Because I was part of it and we worked our butts off. Yes, we should have won. That was a cheat. Your proudest moment? I don't know. My proudest moment is just making my parents proud on a daily basis, I guess. Most embarrassing moment? Oh my lord. This was when I was walking down Chagonas at the end of slip and fall in the middle of the road. That was just embarrassing. How do you feel if your best friend hooked up with your older brother or sister? I mean, if my best friend hot, by all means, go ahead.
Describe your love life with a song title. Yeah.
2 hours later.
Yeah, both of us sound similar.
You all have the same man from here?
No, but yeah, we similar situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Year 1 Dance Pass should have won Fun Day?
Obviously.
Obviously. No doubt.
You saw the Yo-Yo one?
Have you seen us? I don't know why this is even. There should be an unspoken rule that we should have win or something. I'm not understanding why that's not quite fair. If you had to break up a couple to get you with one of them, would you? Nah, I don't like the homewrecker rule.
Get you.
The morals and things.
Do you consider whining cheating?
No.
If you could say one thing to your crush, what would it be?
Melford.
Alright. Your voice. The way you lecture. I just can't help myself.
If you had to make out with someone in Montauk, where would it be? Make out. It would be in class, amphi. Why not? Would you date your best friend's ex? Date your best friend's ex? Why not? I mean, where's the conflict there? Describe your love life with a song. That would be somewhat of a silent song. Wait, is there such a thing as a silent song? If you had to break up a couple to GT with one of them, would you? Nah. I mean, it depends on what GT means, and I guess so. Do you consider whining cheating? Cheating, I think is contextual. I mean, it depends on whether or not you agree not to whine or not. I mean, it's not necessarily cheating.
Okay, what would you do if you could be invisible for one whole day? Go to the bank and steal all the money. What is your Mount Hope crush? Dr. Davis. Have you ever made out in the amphi? Made out, mean like by a teacher for talking? What is the oldest age person you date? I think age is just a number. Are you a snake? Yes. What is this? No, of course not. No, I'm not. If you had only $20, would you buy a real deal or plenty for 20? What is plenty for 20?
Are you daughter, sir?
Subway.
Okay, and what do you get with that?
What is wrong with you, man?
A sub and a drink.
Okay, cool, yeah, definitely a real deal.
Most embarrassing moment. What is my most embarrassing moment? One time I was running in school and I tripped and fell and my skirt went up and everybody saw what was underneath my skirt. Yeah, that's my most embarrassing moment. Your proudest moment. Wow. My proudest moment. I think my proudest moment is yet to come because I don't really have anything I'm too proud of that, you know, yeah. If you had to disappear for a day, where is the first place you would go? If I had to disappear for a day, the first place I would go. Would go by a person that doesn't know I like them and just see what they're up to. If you could say one thing to your crush, what would it be? Leave her. I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Leave her.
Your proudest moment? Proudest moment would have to be pretty recently, actually, for Fun Day, when my class wiped the floor with 2020 and 2019.
That's pretty gay, man.
If you had to GT with a lecturer, who would it be? Well, you see, the problem is, I don't go to my lectures, so I don't even know what they look like. But I hear Miss Davis needs a little loving because she don't give us the lectures, so maybe she could do with a little bit of the vitamin D. Who is your Mount Hope crush? Well, I feel like since Matthew went and posts on the entire MBBS 2021 group, it's no longer a secret now. What is your best / worst pickup line? Well, let me tell you something.
Girl, if you had to be a fruit, you'd be a pineapple. Darian, you just like this pineapple. You might be sweet on the inside, but it's a prick on the outside.
What is the oldest age person you date? Well, I mean, once you're within the age where it's illegal and you have a pulse, pretty sure that's good for me.
Who is your Mount Hope crush? No. Dr. Nayak. Yeah, that's about it. Would you date your student rep? Who's the student rep?
Darren Johnson.
How would you feel if your best friend hooks up with your older brother or sister? Seeing that my best friend is a boy and I only have brothers, I might feel a little awkward. A little bit. What is the oldest age person you date? 69.